No Bigfooters or Sasquatch were harmed during the filming of this video. Just their pride. Hey my little Squatch monsters, it's time to shake up the Bigfoot community. This is Off the Rictor. Bigfoot's your forest friend? Are you kidding me?
I'm sure all of you have seen Richter's new show. Very nice, Richter. You have no self-respect.
What does he know about self-respect?
Speaking of Richter.
He's my biggest fan. Oh, don't you worry. This season, the earrings are coming off.
And then they take all kinds of screenshots, take them back to their troll group.
Oh boy, here we go. Make sure your seats are raised and tray tables locked in the upright position. We're gonna find out if Bigfoot's real by watching videos made by researchers, hoaxers, and attention whores like me. I've got news for you people. There's no such thing as a Bigfoot expert. It's like you guys are just glorified campers. You're camping for a cause.
Oh, God.
Okay, this is an example of why scientists don't take us seriously. You want your Bigfoot video to be seen? Now's your chance. Hey my little Squatch monsters, you want to watch some Bigfoot videos? Well, have I got one for you. The following footage was captured in Idaho during the 2013 elk season. The World Hunting Group, or Tim Wells, whoever the fuck that is, say they make no claims as to what exists or to what exactly they have been blah blah blah. Do you think they're going to finally show us definitive proof of Bigfoot? Is this the one? Is this the Bigfoot evidence we've all been dreaming of? Oh God. This video has almost 1 million views. Then it must be real. That's sarcasm, folks. Let's watch this hoax. That rhymed too.
What's the last GPS?
Our last GPS was, I think, 4.6.
So we're 4.6 from the truck, and that's the closest road. I'm coming down here, I'm beat, get my gear off, get ready to eat. All of a sudden Eric's like, oh my gosh, big bear, big bear.
Okay, at this point, this sounds and looks really good, except for the really bad music in the beginning.
Yeah, it was staring back for a long time. At that point, I knew it wasn't a bear.
And then the music builds and it fades to black. Guys, this is entertainment. It's not real. You silly little Bigfooters think everything is real. Oh, it's a Bigfoot. Look, it's a Bigfoot. Oh, it's gotta be Bigfoot. How many of you think they really filmed a Sasquatch? Now please, don't raise your hands. I can't see you. This is figurative speech.
Give me the camera.
Oh, give me a break. Let's regurgitate this one more time.
Give me the camera.
Could you imagine the Roger Patterson film with bad music and fancy editing? See my point?
That was not a bear, I'm telling you. That was not a freaking bear.
What was it? No way. What was that?
I'm telling you.
I've never seen anything.
Where's the record on this thing? Where's the... I want to watch it. Where's the thing? Here, let me see.
This is ridiculous. This video falls under my new 2017 motto. If you're a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant man making a Bigfoot YouTube video, it's bullshit. However, its entertainment value is superb. And if it was a real Bigfoot there in that footage, why the suspenseful music and fancy editing? Come on, people. Oh my God. Next. Next, we have a video by the legendary J.C. Johnson and his sexy associate, Jane Rodriguez. He calls this a classic scenario. We'll see about that.
This would be one of those classic scenarios. While investigating and looking for something else, we stumbled onto something entirely different. The Bagwajiwini of northern Minnesota near Canada, the wild people of the forest.
I gotta ask, what's with the Australian cosplay? It's so overused. Once again, people, Bigfoot's entertainment. This video is entertainment. JC Johnson wanting to be taken seriously in his Australian drag costume is entertainment, or an attempt at entertainment. Matt Moneymaker is the A-list, and JC Johnson, he's on the D-list.
So here with Mr. Ron. How we doing today, sir?
Oh, good.
We had a eventful river trip. I think we got in about 12 miles yesterday, and we found this little peninsula to camp on. We didn't stay at the other camp. It felt funky.
This bad video's editing is funky, and that funky kayak, it's about to sink with that funky Australian Crocodile Dundee wannabe who's into cosplay. This is supposed to be a Bigfoot video. It ain't funky. It's something else. Now that's funky. Now how come so many of us Bigfooters are fat? Shit. No wonder Bigfoot can outrun us. Except Craig Wool-Eater. His electric wheelchair can outrun a Sasquatch. Trust. Cryptomundo! You go, Craig. And his little bunny slippers.
Well, we're here to talk about now, and this is typical terrain for the Bagwajiwini, the little people, and that's an Ojibwa term for Bagwajiwini, which means little wild man or little forest person. We have a pretty good picture I'm going to include in this video.
Blah, 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 blah. The photo. Let's see the photo. Are you kidding me? Let's zoom in. Give me a break. Are you that desperate to call attention to pareidolia? Let's look at JC Johnson's record for falling for stupid shit. Rick Dyer, 2008 hoax. Check.
1, 2, 3. Oof.
Sitting with Melba Ketchum's Sasquatch genome joke of a press release. Check.
JC Johnson from Four Corners Crypto. They submitted 2 successful samples.
And now this? Oh, girl.
And once again, the little people I'm used to are on the Navajo reservation, and those guys typically don't get much more than 18, 19 inches tall. These guys are little hobbit size, you know, they're 2-3 feet tall.
Dude, you're either one stupid dumb fuck, or you're an attention whore jumping onto any bandwagon you can. Put down the beer and pick up a fleer, because this queer isn't falling for your joke of a Bigfoot career. Boom. How do you like those apples, Grandpa?
Hello, good evening. This is Jane Rodriguez from Crypto Four Corners International. And this evening I have for you a little video blurb about little people.
What is that? Who let this hot mess play with makeup? That blush is like she took a bunch of gummy bears and just smeared them all over her cheeks. And what's up with that cleavage? And those awful bangs. Oh my God, they're totally killing me. I'm sorry. Did JC Johnson dress you, girl, and do your makeup? I think he did.
And by little people, I mean very little. They range from 2 to 4 feet tops.
Okay, you're supposed to be a crypto researcher? If you want to be taken seriously, maybe the Jenna Jameson look isn't right for you? No one's going to care what comes out of your mouth, because these fucktards that are watching your videos are going to be staring at your chest. I'm gay, and I'm staring at your chest. Was that your goal? Do we care what she's even talking about?
They have the long, warty nose. They're green sometimes.
Jane is way too attractive to be doing a video like this. She needs to do her own YouTube show dressed like she's going to a nightclub because sex sells. And Bigfoot, like I've always been saying, when it comes to YouTube, is entertainment. And if she's willing to talk about little people, she's willing to talk about anything. But then she isn't a real blonde, is she? I suspect the carpet doesn't match the drapes. No, I don't want to find out either.
These creatures are physical, yet are described or could be classified as what is termed as interdimensional.
Okay, she's blonde. Talking about interdimensional shit is an automatic blonde. Oh, I got a joke for you guys. What is the difference between an intelligent blonde Bigfoot researcher and Bigfoot? Bigfoot's been sighted. This next video is by Big Truth, Dan Linholm. He's a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant man making YouTube videos about Bigfoot. Of course. And my little Squatch monsters, what does that mean?
This is bullshit!
Exactly. Bullshit. Now let's see his amazing Bigfoot evidence that he has.
You may have caught something in one of the pictures. This is after we walked out to this little lake, and Adam did a call. He did a couple calls. We heard stuff out there, heard movement. I think we even heard a little bit of a vocal. People might say this doesn't look like much, but it looks to me a lot like this guy, which is a worse picture. But you can see the similarities, the wide nose, the heavy brow.
Okay, first of all, if you're having to circle shit, you're making shit up. If it doesn't hold up to video or photographic evidence, you might as well draw it and color it with crayons. Because this is what's wrong with the Bigfoot research community. Case in point.
Looks very similar to me, like it might be the same family if it's not the same guy. And I think we might have actually caught something out there.
You're making a mountain out of a molehill. Stop it. It's inconclusive, attention-getting, and total amateur hour. This is being a hoaxer. Second, if there's a shadow of a Bigfoot on top, the shadow must continue to go down. Hence, the sunlight is above. Here, let me circle some obvious physics for you. If this was a real shadow of something in the trees, you would see it through the substrate because the shadow is on the tree. Unless the Bigfoot is partially cloaked. Clutch the pearls. Cloaked Bigfoot. Now let this be a lesson to you people watching this video. Pareidolia is a psychological phenomenon involving a stimuli wherein the mind perceives a familiar pattern of something where nothing actually exists. Too many big words in conjunction for you little Bigfooters? Okay, here, let me help you. You're seeing shit that isn't there. You still don't get it? Thank God Dan isn't a military consultant for the war on ISIS. We'd be blowing up Disneyland. Okay, this Richter spanking continues. This huge structure cannot be explained by natural causes or the hand of man. Oh, brother, why? Because you said so? Are you suddenly a doctor? Are you qualified to make that claim? Are you a scientist? What is your educational background, Dan? Oh, that's right, you're a YouTuber. My bad. Are you a sudden dendrologist? Do you even know what dendrology means? Put your hands down, people. I wasn't talking to you guys, I'm talking to Dan. No Bigfooter does. See, trees fall naturally on each other in the forest. From snowfall to old age to disease and wind, the weather. Stop the insanity. When you have unaltered photographic evidence of a Sasquatch making a tree structure, then you can make all the claims you want about it not being man-made. Until then, go back to school. Here's a philosophical question for you people. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to see or hear it, does it automatically mean Bigfoot did it?
And I'd like you to pay attention to the bark scrapes. They're fresh and they only go up about 4 feet above this big log. And that indicates that there's no way this thing just fell in there. And there's no road, no trail. We were off trail. No possible way that any heavy equipment got in there.
Actually, your video evidence shows us otherwise. It wasn't shoved, it fell, scraping the other tree down as it went. See, this is your own video evidence, Dan. Shame. This is embarrassing. What are you doing? You're not documenting, you're telling. And that's what hoaxers do. You're creating your own evidence.
You couldn't catch anything on video or anything, but seems to have irritated something, because after that we had several rock throws on the way out, and I actually captured one on video that you're going to see here in a minute.
A rock throw? We're going to see a Bigfoot throw a rock? Oh, the suspense. Here we go. That's no rock. That's a bug. Rocks don't change direction in mid-flight unless they hit a cloaked Bigfoot. What is this? The magic bullet of Sasquatch? I give up. You people win. The inmates have taken over the asylum. Yes, the earth is flat and the sun goes around the earth, and we once had dinosaurs as pets. You guys happy now? Dan, don't piss on me and tell me it's raining. And don't tell me that pile of shit is a bouquet of flowers. Our next video comes from our favorite Kentucky Bigfoot hoaxer, Michael Cook. He interviewed the Turtle Man.
Boom!
Let's watch this Bigfoot masterpiece.
I worked Washington County at Treat Creek when I was 9 years old. I was going squirrel hunting at 6 o'clock in the morning. It was about 6:30. It's getting daylight.
Now, this to me is the epitome of what Bigfooters look and sound like.
And I heard this sound of walking through the woods, crashing. And I hollered to make sure it wasn't a person. I, hey! Hey!
Hey, what's wrong with your teeth? What's wrong with your mouth? Oh. And where's your teeth? Oh. Did you have a stroke? Did Bigfoot do this to you? Did you get zapped by Bigfoot? Oh.
Then stopped. Then it went boom. Then stopped. Then it went boom. Then stopped. Then it went boom. Boom! I shot over his head. I went, hey now, what's up? And I went like it. And all of a sudden limbs started breaking. You could see the tops of the trees spreading. And here I'm popping. Tap, plap, quack.
It's a bear. It's a bear. Turtle boy, it's a bear. It's a bear. I'm telling you, it's a bear.
I said, stop, man, I'm gonna shoot. And I said, boom! I shot over his head. It just kept getting closer. That's all it did. I said, boom! Again. Then went, that's when I took off running. I never looked back till I got in the house. And when I jumped through the door, I put a butcher knife in all of them. I put a butcher knife in the side of the door and grabbed another butcher knife to make sure. I said, Dad, something after me, something after me. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is his exact quote.
I don't know what it is.
So why is this being manipulated into a Bigfoot encounter? Is everything that happens to you out in the woods a Bigfoot? That's what you uneducated Bigfooters do. Every shadow, every strange sound, every fallen tree has something to do with your imaginary forest friend, the Bigfoot. Because at this point, with all these videos we have seen today, there's no Bigfoot. None.
Right. We jumped up and he looked out the window with his pistol, but it never did follow me. But I went back to get my gun at 12 o'clock and I found all the broken twigs and stuff. So it could have been a bear. I never saw it, but it didn't sound like nothing I ever heard of or seen or have encountered.
He said he was 9 years old.
I worked Washington County at Treat Creek when I was 9 years old.
And said it was nothing he had ever heard of. Now, just how much has a 9-year-old heard out in the woods? Just saying.
You about the greatest outdoorsman of the world right now.
I fear no fear.
Right.
That was a fearless time I've ever had.
Is that right?
I was scared to death.
And we got it documented right here, live action. Turtle Man, right there.
Live action, I won't lie to you.
Someone's been getting into the moonshine. I'm not gonna point fingers.
Watch my show.
There you go.
And now it's time for Richter's Hate Mail of the Week. This one's a death threat. I know, right? This message came some time ago from Eric Douglas, aka Jeff Kaiser, and he said, quote, "The next time you go Bigfooting, you will suffer an unfortunate accident." Really? By Bigfoot pushing a tree down on me? By Bigfoot throwing a rock at me that changes direction magically mid-flight? By little people attacking me like in Gulliver's Travels? Bitch, please, go get help. I bet this guy touches himself at night, watching my videos. You know they always do. So in this ridiculous Bigfoot video ensemble of Off the Rictor, we saw the Turtle Man talk about something that scared him. It was a bear, yeah. Dan Linholm and his Bigfoot magic bullet. Elk hunters making a rather good hoax, and JC Johnson and friends embarrassing themselves on video. God, isn't Bigfoot amazing? It's never about the monster, it's about the people and their desperate need for validation and popularity. And YouTube hits. And on that note, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, and give me a thumbs up, and tell me who I should shake up on the next Off the Rictor. See you next time. Be careful. Bigfoot might throw a rock at you and it'll change direction in mid-flight. Or cloak. Or belittle people. We're supposed to stay southwest on this highway.
I needed redemption for what I did in 2008. You can kill 1,000 Bigfoots. You do one hoax and you're hooked.
So SOA is short for Southern Oregon Habituation Area, where a man by the name of Dr. Matthew Johnson claims Bigfoot felt him up and healed his prostate. F***ing A.
Come on, quit playing with that f***ing kid's toy and let's go. It's raining. It's gonna get pretty hairy. My story could have been accepted mainstream. I'm still stuck on that. I'm not gonna get over that. You are crazy. The same Your story would not be accepted because somebody would have said no evidence. Okay, I hear something. I hear cars. I hear dogs barking in the background.
You know what else do you hear, Justin? You hear a f***ing hoax.
I hear a hoax. I hear a hoax. You are in the presence of the best Bigfoot tracker in the world. I'm honored.